Hey guys, it's Tima. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a really long time since I've sat down to record a video. So happy new year. We are well into the year at this point. It's April, but I haven't been on YouTube to say happy new year to you all. So I just want to say that. In this video today, I kind of just want to share a little bit of a life update. I'm doing well, my family's doing well, but a lot has changed since I've last been on YouTube. There's just been a lot going on and I've been absent for that reason. I guess one of the most, maybe the most obvious to you if the background looks a little different from what you're used to seeing in my videos. We bought a new home. We've been here for about 2 weeks now. It was not something that we planned on doing. I was actually in the process of doing some updates in our previous home. I had just done a master bathroom makeover and my intention was to put that video up on YouTube and show you how I transformed that bathroom, and I had plans for other rooms in our house, the pantry and everything, but God had other plans and we are in a new home. Everything happened in, I would say, about a matter of 6 weeks time frame, selling our previous home and moving into this new one. So it's just been a whirlwind of that going on. So that's one of the biggest changes, I guess I could say, naturally. So we're grateful, we're excited to be here. God is good. He has done beyond what we could have imagined for us in regards to a new home. So I'm very grateful. I don't plan to do like a house tour or anything. That's kind of just not my thing to like show around my new house, but you will see the house obviously in my videos, like vlogging, and you know, there's things that I want to do around the house. It's a new build, but we didn't custom build it. So there's some things that I want to do around the house and we have been getting done in the 2 weeks that we're here. So you'll see that on the channel, but I'm not like doing a formal house tour or anything. So yeah, I just want to kind of put that out there as I start off this video because I know my background may look a little different. Okay y'all, so the enemy must really not want me to share what I intended to come on here and share with y'all today, because literally once I started recording, my camera battery died, and then the two backup batteries that I have that I know should be fully charged are not working. So not today, Satan. I'm gonna say what I came on here to say, y'all. So anyway, excuse the footage because I'm now recording on my phone, but it's okay. Yeah, new house, new home. God blessed us with. Didn't plan on it, but it was obviously God's plan. The way it happened, you guys, and how quickly everything happened and how smoothly, it was just obviously God ordained and his timing for us. So we're so grateful. Outside of that, an update for me and where I've been, you guys, in these past at least 6 months. I want to say it started third quarter of last year of 2023. I have really been journeying with God. I feel like I've kind of been just catapulted into a season of like separation and isolation, and it's not something that I expected. It has not been easy because in the process, God has been peeling back layers in my heart and kind of just, I can't put words to what he's doing. I just know he's doing something because I'm really in a place where it's just me and him, you know, outside of my husband and my children, of course. I've kind of been separated from, you know, family. And that hasn't been easy because the heart of that separation was during the holiday season. So that was tough for me and I didn't understand it. And I still don't fully understand it. I have a little bit more of an understanding than I did when it, you know, first happened and I was like really in the thick of it. But you know, understanding that God does everything for a reason, nothing is by coincidence. And when he instructs you to do something and you know it's him leading you, that gave me peace in that because I know that I can trust him. I know that he's not doing anything to harm me and all things are for my good, even if I don't understand it. So, it's been a whole lot of praying, a whole lot of fasting, a whole lot of walking by faith, and a lot of just taking heed to his voice and being obedient to his voice. And it's been probably one of the most challenging yet rewarding seasons of my life as well, because I'm just allowing him to do the work that he wants to do in me, and I see the change. My husband sees the change. So that also helps me throughout this process, because I know that he's doing a work and it's for a greater purpose, a bigger purpose than I even understand. Even the things that I think I understand now. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Even those things are minute to the real purpose that he has behind this, I guess, wilderness season, this season of separation for me. So that's where I've been, you guys. I am just being transformed. And it's so funny because I feel like a lot of times when you hear people share this story or this testimony, it usually comes like from them being in a place where they were not, I guess, I don't know how I should word this, not connected to God or not really living for God. Maybe they were backslidden, or maybe they never really knew Christ at all. And God kind of catapulted them into a season, kind of like the Apostle Paul, when he was on the Damascus Road. Paul, he was out here murdering, killing Christians and stuff like that. And, God struck him on the Damascus Road, and it transformed his life, and he turned into one of the greatest disciples. That's what I'm saying. And that it doesn't always happen that way, but I'm just saying, I feel like as I'm explaining what's happening with me being catapulted into this season, it wasn't like I didn't already have a foundation in a relationship with God. I was and not perfect, but, to the best of my ability, to my knowledge, living for God, just living life, going to work every day, being home with my family, not really out here intentionally living a life of sin or anything like that. And still, God just interrupted everything that I knew to be normal, and kind of tossed me into this season. And that was the part for me that was kind of very confusing in the beginning. I'm like, God, like, if I'm being honest and transparent, it was the result of me doing something out of obedience, something that He led me to do. And that one action turned into something so much bigger than I thought it would be, which led me into this season of isolation. But I know now in hindsight that that was all a part of His plan and purpose. I don't know the whole plan. It's not for me to know. And here's one thing that I know about God. He won't give you the entire map, the entire blueprint of what He is trying to do. He gives you step by step. And as you take those steps in faith, certain things He'll reveal to you. Certain things become more clear. Abraham, when God told him to take up his whole his family and leave, his close family, not his entire family, and leave, he didn't know. He went to a place that was unknown to him. And I think that's the thing that we struggle with, allowing God to lead us into places where we don't know where He's leading us and what He's doing it for. So that's the place that I've been in the past few months. So that's why I've been absent. I had this plan to be in these goals for my YouTube channel, to be more active, to be more present, to be more consistent. Those were personal goals for me, and they still are. But in this season that I've been in, I have new goals. I have new spiritual goals, and they've taken priority. And I still want my channel to grow. I'm still fairly new. I'm not brand new on YouTube, but it's still new. I don't have a big following. It's growing, and I'm grateful for those of you who are here, who actually watch my channel. You may have come here like from a braces video or maybe a vlog. Those are things that I've shared on my channel, and I've loved sharing. That was My original purpose for the channel was to just share some of my experiences, what I felt comfortable sharing, parts of my life, things that I love, and just putting my experience out there, hoping it might help someone who may be going through a similar thing, or someone who enjoys just watching vlogs and lifestyle content like I do. That's still a part of what I want for my channel. But I would be remiss if I didn't share one of the biggest portions of my life, which is my faith. My faith is very important. It has been very important, and it always has been. I've always had a relationship with God, and that goes back to the point that I was saying, being thrusted into this season kind of caught me off guard, because I'm like, you know, God, I didn't think that I was out here doing anything that didn't please you or anything for me to kind of be led into this season. I'm not saying like a wilderness season is a punishment season, but I don't know if anybody's ever been in a season like that, you know that it's not easy, it's hard, because it feels like your whole world, everything that you knew is stripped away, and it's like you're starting all over again. And it's like, whoa, wait, what? It's not that I thought that I was a perfect person. I obviously knew I had work to do. I feel like also in this season, he's just showing me more about me, if that makes sense. All the way back to like childhood things that happened to me. He's kind of just brought those things up in the season. Things that I didn't realize was still there. Things that I thought that I had moved past and that I had gotten over. And even bringing things to the light, things that I didn't even know I had issues with. Like, it's like, oh, I didn't even know that was something that really bothered me until now. So it's been beautiful in that, and he's blessed us in this season in more ways than one. Not the house is the most obvious thing to, maybe my family, and if, you guys see now, that may be the most obvious thing, but there has been so many blessings as well in this season. And I feel like that's also grace and a testament of his goodness and his kindness, because it's like, I know this season for you has been difficult, but you obeyed me. So it's like almost like little small rewards here and there throughout the process to show me and confirm that, there are blessings for obedience. And I think that's in the Bible. It talks about that in Deuteronomy, I believe. There's blessings for obedience and curses for disobedience. That's where I've been. That's what's been going on. And I want to go back to the point that I was making about my channel and sharing my faith a little bit more on this channel as well, because that is a part of who I am. I love vlogging. I enjoy vlogging. I enjoy showing days of my life. I enjoy sharing me making updates in my home and DIY and decorating. I love all of that. It's a big part of who I am, but also a big part of who I am is my faith. I'm gonna be incorporating a little bit more of that in my channel as well. You may see a little bit more content about me talking about my faith. I just want to share that as well, because that's a part of my purpose and vision for this channel. Now I have a new outlook on everything. When I say everything, I have a new outlook on everything. I just haven't been through this season and still going through it. I'm just not in the beginning and not in the thick of it like I was in the latter part of last year. But I'm just so much more intentional now about everything I do. When I say everything I do, everything, down to my YouTube channel, when I'm going to work every day, about how I interact with people around my home, with my husband, with my children. I'm just so much more intentional now, because I feel like I just have a new lens. God just put a new lens. It's like he put blinders on me, kind of, to just zone in and focus on what it is that he's trying to do in me. And it's making me be so much more intentional about and purpose driven about everything that I do. But to God be the glory for that. And if that's what this whole season was about, then it was all worth it. So yeah, you guys, I just wanted to kind of come back and touch base with you guys to let you know I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm just being transformed. I'm being transformed, guys. And I hope that me sharing this encourages someone else. Maybe you're going through it or you've been through it. If you've been through it and you can relate, leave a comment down below. If you're going through it, just be encouraged and know that as a body of believers, that God wants to, He wants to purify us. He wants to perfect us. The ultimate goal is to be like Christ. We will never be like Him fully, but the goal is to be like Christ. He was the ultimate example. He just lived a whole life of sacrifice, and He was God in flesh. And God is amazing. God is everything. So just trust Him. You know, I know that it's difficult to go through a season of unknown, and it's like, God, what are you doing? Like, and there may be moments it's like, you led me to this, to do this. Like, but trust God. Trust God. Lean not into your own understanding. I think that's the thing. We hear these scriptures, you know, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. Walk by faith and not by sight. You hear these things, but when it actually comes to putting it to practice, those principles in the word aren't just there to be there because they sound good. They're actually biblical principles that we're supposed to put in place, put into practice in our lives. So it's not easy going through it, but His word is His word. It's truth, and it's for our benefit. So we have to go through these things sometimes, and it's not easy, but it's all for good. And so I just want to encourage anybody that may be going through it to keep the faith, stay strong, just trust God. Just trust God. Because one thing I know, even when I don't understand, when nothing makes sense, one thing that I know for sure is that I can trust God because He hasn't failed me yet, ever. And when I think back on seasons in the past where I may have been confused and I didn't understand what He was doing, I always made it through it. And then when I got to the other side of it, it was like, oh, that's why you did that, God. This season is no different. It's another level of it, but that's what it is. We go from faith to faith. You know what I'm saying? So you get through one season, one test. There's another one, you know, down the line, and it's not on the same level. It's not going to be on the same level. He's constantly testing us by fire and trying us by fire, you know. So you overcome one season and one test, you go to another, you know, but it's all to strengthen us. It's all to strengthen us. So I will stop, y'all, because I'll keep going. I'll keep going. I will keep going, but I just wanted to share this life update with you guys and let you know I'm still here. I thank you guys so much for being here. If you've been here from the beginning, not that I've been out that long on YouTube, but if you've been on my channel from the beginning and you're still here, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. If you're new, thank you for being here. If you feel like this video will help someone, if you're not going through this season yourself, maybe you know someone that's going through this season, share it with them. Encourage someone else. So you know that we don't go through things just for ourselves. You know, it's all for the benefit of the entire body. So just share it if you feel like you should share it with someone. Maybe it'll help someone. Sometimes we need to know that we're not alone in things. So please share this video if you feel like it'll bless someone. I hope it blessed you. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.